Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the fifth house, the house of our Sanchit Karmas, and the Prarabdh Karmas, that is the sixth house. So, what are these houses meant for, and how are they impacting our current life and our past life? How to balance out our Prarabdh Karmas? I will be talking about all these things. So, if you happen to learn something new from this video, or if you happen to like this video, please do share it with your friends who are into astrology, and please do encourage by pressing the like icon so that I get motivated to make more videos of some worth to you, and it also encourages me a lot. So friends, I have made a Hindi version of the same video, and the link I am providing in the description box. You can just directly click on that link and reach to my Hindi video. So starting with the topic now. The fifth house is the house of our Sanchit Karmas. Sanchit, that is the Purva Punya Karmas. The karmas that we have performed in our past lives. It could be more than one lives. So the total record, that is in the form of a folder. So you can think of it like this, that there is a folder which has got many files. The files are our lives that we have lived, and the folder is basically containing all the records. So that is to be seen from the fifth house. So it is a very important house because it has got all the information of our past life deeds. So if we have performed good deeds, by and large, suppose we have gotten A grade, so it means the fifth house is going to be good in your horoscope. So you will not have any afflictions in the fifth house. The fifth house will be good, the fifth lord will be good, and there will be benefic aspects coming through the 11th house. So benefic aspects could be of Jupiter, Venus, Moon, or Mercury. These are the four benefic planets. Their aspects would be seen on the fifth house. Now this is one part of it. Second thing is that if the fifth house is troubled by any ways, it means that we have performed some not so good deeds, or through us somebody has been harmed intentionally or unintentionally, due to which we will have some sufferings in our current life and maybe in our future lives also, because this is the house of our uh, total lives that we have lived. So we chose to live one of those lives. We picked up one of those files and we chose to live it in this lifetime. So that is shown through the ascendant. So the ascendant is very important. That is why everybody is born with a different ascendant, because we are here to undergo a different kind of life path. So we chose to live one of the Prarabdh Karmas in the current life form. Now, which house will tell you about your Prarabdh Karmas? That is the sixth house. So the sixth house will tell you that there are certain things to be balanced in the current life. So the sixth house is the 10th of your ninth house, right? So sixth house is the 10th from your ninth house. Ninth to ninth is your fifth, and 10th to your ninth is your sixth house. So the things that you did well or you did not do well are to be seen from the sixth house. Wherever the sixth lord is going in your horoscope, that house, that sign is going to give you some trouble for sure. It means that your Prarabdh karma lies in that particular house. You need to balance that house. And the sixth house itself is the house of 3Ds: difficulties, deaths, and diseases. So it shows that if any planet is placed in the sixth, it means that you have Prarabdha related to that planet, related to its Karka. For example, you have Saturn placed in the sixth house. It means that in one of your lifetimes, you owe something towards the karkas, towards the significators of Saturn. So you owe something towards elderly, or towards people who are needy, or people who are your employees. So you should always treat them well. And even if they are troubling you because you owe them some prarabdha, so even if they are troubling you, you need to forgive them or you need to overlook their faults. That is the message life is teaching you here, that you have some prarabdhas towards these people. So try to be nice towards them. Sometimes you will see that out of no rhyme or reason, you are either attracted towards somebody or you are repelled towards somebody. That is also due to the fact that you want to do some service towards those people or you want to have some animosity towards those people. That is because you have some prarabdhas towards them if they are posited in the sixth house. So this is the house of your knowledge, where you know how to balance out your prarabdha. So that is a wrong thing on our part if we think that we are here to live a life, to learn, drink, marry, and to have a family. That is a wrong notion. We are here basically to neutralize the karmas of our past lives so as to attain moksha, enlightenment. God is here and we are here. So we have to balance out our prarabdhas, and slowly, slowly, we have to take each and every life, open up the files of each and every past life and keep balancing those karmas, and slowly we have to reach here to God. But sometimes what happens is that in the current life, people get entangled with their prarabdhas. Suppose you have Mars in the sixth house. Mars is your brother, Mars is land. So it means that you will always have problems related to your brothers, or land related problems you will have in the current life. So if you get entangled with that, if you are always cribbing or having arguments with your brother, or if you are having some land related problems, just try to settle them there and then. If you are having problems with your brother, it means you have something to do in the past life. Either you have troubled them, that is why in this lifetime they are irritating you, they are troubling you, or in the past life, something you have done wrong related to land. That is why in this lifetime you will have problems related to land. So, what should be your motive? Sixth house is about social service. So, do some service towards these people. Keep doing good towards the karkas, towards the significator of these people. So if you owe something towards the land, if you need to give away something in the form of land or to your brother, you must do it so that you have balanced out your prarabdha. The sooner you do, the better it is, because once our attitude changes, once we begin to neutralize our prarabdhas, our growth in the current life will begin to start. And the moment our growth starts, we will start attaining one step further towards reaching God. We can reach God in the current life also. There are certain ways like bhakti, like prayers, like living a life of forgiveness by constantly saying this prayer that I forgive everyone to whom I have hurt intentionally or unintentionally. So, by consciously practicing forgiveness, we will attain moksha very soon by being non violent, by being uh, non revengeful. So, by being good in this lifetime, we will attain moksha very soon. But on the other hand, it is the other way around. People want to have revenge, people want to fight. Now, I was telling you that the sixth lord, wherever it goes, there also you will have your prarabdha. You will always have problems wherever the sixth lord is sitting. Suppose your sixth lord sits in the seventh house. So you will have problems related to your spouse, in your partnerships, or the people of opposite gender. So these are the people who will trouble you. So what should be your outlook? You should try to overlook their faults, or you should try to do some service towards these people, try to help them and be nice towards them. Then you will see that the problems that you are facing towards these people through your business partners or from your spouse, they will begin to vanish. So you will be able to then settle the score of the prarabdha. So friends, this was about the sixth house and the prarabdha. Now we will talk about the planets that are placed in the fifth house. The planets here will always cast a direct argala or direct impact on your lagna, on your ascendant. Ascendant is you, your entire life, and your mental makeup. So if you have malefics in the fifth house, it means by your mindset, you are a person who is rash or who is very harsh. So you may be having a very negative kind of outlook, or very, you can say, aggressive kind of outlook if you have malefics placed in the fifth house. So your entire life is also going to pose you some hardship. On the other way, it can also mean that your entire folder of Sanchit Karma is showing that you have not performed some good deeds in your past lives. That is why in the current life also it is showing, and you need to do something about that. So friends, the sign that is falling in the fifth house and the sign that is falling in the ascendant, you have to see where they are placed. What is the affinity between each of them? Suppose your ascendant lord is Aries and the fifth lord will be then Sun. So if your Mars and Sun are placed 6 or 8 places to each other, or they are placed 212 to each other, then you will, if you do propitiation of the fifth house lord, it will never fulfill. It will never be fruitful because it will backfire on you. But if the ascendant lord and the fifth lord, they are placed 5 9 to each other, they are in trines to each other, or they are sitting together, or they are aspecting each other, then your prayers of the fifth lord will be fruitful and you will benefit out of it. So you can try, you can this way somewhere balance the Sanchit karmas also through this. If you have some planets placed in the fifth house and there is some planet placed in your ascendant also, and if these planets are not friendly to each other, then also there is a problem. So you will see that the prayers that you will do can backfire on you. So always do prayers of the planets that are sitting in the fifth, that are aspecting the fifth house. They will always be helpful for you. Now, the fifth house and the ninth house are in a way connected. So 1, 5, 9 are always connected because first house is you, your current life, ninth house is your immediate past life, and the fifth house is the total past lives that you have lived. Fifth house is also the incoming life. So if ascendant is your current life, fifth house is the next life that you are going to live. So if the fifth lord is sitting with the ninth lord, it means that you may be born in the same life where you are born currently. So if the fifth and the ninth lords are together, you may be born in the same place where you are currently living. And if the fifth lord is more powerful compared to your ninth lord, it means that your future life will be better than your past life. And if the fifth lord is weak compared to your ninth lord, it means that your future life will be lower than what your current life is or what your past life was. So another thing that you should keep in mind is about the planets that are placed in the fifth house. So benefics will have a great influence on your first house because they are casting a benefic argla. So it means your current life will be very soothing and your temperament will be very soft, and you will always see that some help keeps coming in some way or the other. And if you are doing some kind of mantra sadhana, that will also be very fruitful. Even the benefic aspects coming from the 11th house will make your life very worthwhile. If you have benefics in the fifth house, they will also have a direct argla on the second house of your wealth and your family. So your family will prosper and your wealth will also grow many folds just by the placement of benefics in the fifth house. These benefics will also have a direct argla on your fourth house of happiness or the fourth house of property, learning, and mother. So you will have increment on all those grounds, and If you have malefics placed in the fifth, then the fourth house will have a bad impact. You will suffer on the grounds of happiness, education, domestic life, or mother. So these areas will be troubled. And the planets in the fifth house also have a direct impact on the seventh house, because the fifth house is casting a 11th argala on the seventh. So benefics placed here will give you a beautiful married life, a good partnership, a good business career. And if malefics are placed in the fifth house, the seventh house will suffer. There will be problems in the married life, in the marital happiness, and your business will suffer, and your relationship with opposite gender will also suffer through the placement of malefics in the fifth house. So this is how the fifth lord creates an impact on these houses. So friends, this was all about the Sanchit Karmas, the fifth house and the sixth house. So I hope you must have gained something new through this video. So if you happen to like my video, do press the like button by showing your encouragement, and also share it with your friends. And I will see you very soon with my next video, in which I am going to talk about the placement of the fifth lord in various houses. And till then, goodbye friends.